Matthijs, talk us through this season. Manchester United, you ever present every single minute in the Premier League so far. What do you put that down to, first of all, as a team, but for you as an individual as well?
Well, obviously, we have the advantage that we don't play in Europe in between the weeks, so we have more time to recover. I think that's the major thing, that I had the opportunity to play every minute until now. And I think in general we had some good games. We had some games we could have done better. We have a really important period coming up, so hopefully we can grab some points in this period.
Talking to some of your teammates as well, despite the frustration of not having European football this season, it's actually been a benefit for you as a team, hasn't it, to settle and to grow?
Yeah, of course you have more time to train, but I think obviously as a player you want to play as many games as possible, and I think in the end the games are the best way to train. So maybe in that way we are lacking, but obviously our energy is maybe higher in the weekends than if you play like last season, every Thursday.
And as an individual, the fact that you've played every single minute in the Premier League, how does that make you feel?
Yeah, it made me feel good, but nothing more than that, because the season is still long, and hopefully I can keep continuing like that. And as long as I can help the team, I'm happy with that. So I always try to have that in my mind and to keep the mentality. How
would you sum up the spirit and the mood though within the group of players? I know Josh Zirkzee's scored recently. I was at the game at Nottingham Forest. Game time has been limited for him, but he's always been in and around the group, always supporting you, always been a voice in that dressing room, despite him not actually getting the time that he's wanted on the pitch.
Yeah, I think it's important that everybody has his value. And you see now with Josh, he didn't play a lot of games this season, but he made a really important goal this weekend, and in the end you win a game. Palace away, it's really difficult to win there, so it's really important that everybody feels valuable and everybody feels that they can contribute to the team, and the most important thing is to win. So I'm really happy for Josh, also because he's a good friend of me, but also for the team because it shows that we have a lot of options to help the team.
When you use that word valuable, everybody feels valuable within this group of players. Is that something you've noticed this season more than perhaps last season when you were first here?
No, not specifically. I think even last season, because we played so many games, we had more players. We had to use more players, so naturally you have more players who can make a difference and stuff like that. But yeah, this season I think we have a lot of players who we contributed already a lot to the team, and also some players who maybe contributed a little bit less, but still the season is really long, and every day and every session, even the players who don't contribute maybe as much on the pitch as they would like to, they contribute to the other players and to the team. I think this spirit and mentality is really important, and yeah, I hope for them that they can contribute also a little bit more on the pitch, but for now they're really valuable for the team.
And do you feel that spirit very much comes from Bruno, your captain, very vocal and very demanding in what he wants as well?
Yeah, of course, and not only Bruno, I think the manager also, he demands that. The other players who have experience, they also say to all the players, like, keep your head up, your chance will come. And you see now with Josh, what I said, he didn't play much this season, but he makes a really important goal. And yeah, this is what you want as a team and as a teammate also.
And one of the things you've spoken about is how you feel you're playing at your best because you've had a full pre-season, when in the past it's been whether you've had an injury setback or there's been a major tournament, or you've been involved in transfer activity as well. Have you missed not having that full pre-season? Now that you've had one, do you feel opportunities perhaps may have been missed before for you?
Yeah, I mean, pre-season is important, but in the end it's not the most important thing in football. I think you can have a head start in that way, an advantage, but in the end the moment you start playing games you get fit. So yeah, I think for this season was perfect because I was also coming back from an injury on my knee. So it was the perfect time, so I could really build up my fitness and my strength. But there are going to be a lot of seasons where I don't have a pre-season, so then I also have to find a way to get into this fitness level.
You talked about a change in mindset though as well, and adapting a new mindset that's helped you.
Yeah, it's. I think you're referring to what I said about that I wanted to do as many things good. I think.
Yes.
Instead of
being so hard on yourself.
Yeah, no. Let's say, for example, last game against Palace, and I'm always quite critical of myself, and I knew, for example, the first half was not my best half. Maybe in the past I would have said, the first half was not good. I made some things that I shouldn't have done, and then I would go into the second half with that mindset that I can't do it right anymore. Well, now I'm like, okay, maybe the first half was not my best, but I tried to do as many good things in the second half to help the team, and in the end, I think the second half was much better, and we win the game. So, yeah, that's something I think that comes with age and experience, that you recognize that you can't play a perfect game always, and you just have to try to do as many things as good as possible.
So, in that short period in half time, can actually affect how you go out, your mood into the second half of a match. Say if you hadn't performed as well as you think you can do, and from a wider point of view, players put a lot of pressure on themselves then in that short period of time.
Yeah, and it's always time to recover for the second half. You get your mind straight again, and then you focus on the second half, and just play the game.
I just wondered as well, from this season, from just a broader perspective, very direct football this season in the Premier League, a lot of set pieces, a lot of goals have been scored. Manchester United in double digits already from that. What's changed in that moment? Why the different approach?
Well, I don't think especially a different approach. I mean, you see that the Premier League is really competitive right now. All the teams are good. They have quality players. Set piece has become a major part of winning games.
It's become more of a thing though this season. I think people are noticing.
Yeah, I think it's become more of a thing because people also focus more on it. I mean, I think United won the Champions League in '99 with 2 set pieces. So yeah, I mean, it's not just from now; it's from all time. But yeah, it's become more of a thing. Maybe because people start to talk about it more. Obviously, it started with Arsenal, and everybody was like, "Oh, Arsenal, they only score from set piece and stuff like that." So there comes more focus on it, and while everybody knows that they are also a really good team. So I think every team now in the Premier League knows that set pieces have become a major part of winning games, and everybody has to focus on that. And I think in that aspect we improved a lot, so I'm happy with that.
I just think as well, do you come into training and thinking we're going to be doing and talking and looking at more set pieces in the build-up to a game?
No, because I think every game is quite the same. Obviously, there are teams who are really focused on set pieces, and you have to be a little bit more focused on that. But I think in general, every game is about the game. Let's say in the pitch and the set pieces. It's just that's football. So you have to focus on both, and you have to do it as good as possible.
And I suppose it's the opposition you play as well, isn't it? Because you always focus on the next game, and the plan and the game plan goes around who you're playing, the opponent.
Yeah, but I can guarantee now that every team in the Premier League has quality in set pieces. So it's not that one game you're like, okay, today is only set pieces or no set pieces at all. Every game is right now like this. So yeah, you have to get ready for that and to beat your battles, to win a game in that way.
How would you sum up the season so far as you sort of approach this winter stage, which, as you've mentioned already, is the busiest time?
I think we're improving compared to last season. That's the most important thing. I think we're not yet at the spot where we want to be, what is normal, because the season is still young, and there are a lot of games coming up.
What is normal then?
Normal for us is to, I think for a club as Manchester United, it's always normal to at least try to get into the Champions League. I think a club of United needs to be in the Champions League. So I think that's what normal is. And hopefully we can achieve that this season. And then that's the first step, and then you see after what is normal. But I think the first step coming from 15 last season is this year at the season we are having now to keep improving and hopefully getting to the Champions League next year.
You feel the confidence is there within you to achieve that when you say it's achievable to do it this season?
Yeah, but I think the competition is so tight at the moment that every team that is from place 1 till 13 is saying that Champions League is possible. So it depends on the day, on the form of the day, and we have to be on top every game. Otherwise, it's going to be difficult. But until now, I think we are doing quite okay. We could have done much better, but we are still doing quite okay, and hopefully we can improve more and winning even more points the next couple of games.